and welcome to tonight's review, which I'm dubbing the I Got a Ticket review, because I got a parking ticket, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because I actually filmed a review before, and I realized I just started ranting for 3 minutes after that, and it wasn't very pretty, and I actually need to stop cutting. I need to cut down on these intros anyway, because I'm really sure you're here for the beer, and you're not here for my kind of pathetic personal life. So what are we reviewing tonight? We are reviewing Noble Pils from the Samuel Adams Spring box set. Floral and dignified, says the label. 4.9 ABV. They don't really put descriptions on the box or the bottle, but this is a Czech Style Pilsner. Well, technically that's what they file it under. But it is very interesting. Why is it interesting? Well, let's get to it. Also, I want to get these shorter. 10 minutes of pop, they're starting to really eat up my hard drive. Using a Pilsner glass today, obviously. And I just overpoured it. Oh boy. Oh, I got lucky. It didn't overflow. Almost did. Look at that. Beautiful yellow Pilsner color. Kind of on the dark side for Pilsner. Maybe not as bright a yellow, but still nicely carbonated with a beautiful white, fluffy, fizzy head. Floral hops. Underneath that floral hops is very strong citrus character. Kind of zesty. While they say on in the description of this that is 5 varieties of noble hops, and there are 5 varieties of noble hops, you almost get a New World character there with that citrus aspect. Hopping is quite robust for the style. You really have to sniff it to get to the malts underneath. Which are kind of bready as opposed to crackery. Nicely carbonated on the palate. As with the Czech style, it is a little bit softer in this aspect than the German Pilsner style. Not as sharp, not as crisp. Definitely a more present malt aspect. Very honeyed malts. Biscuity, to the point of almost like biscuit with a touch of honey on it. Very hoppy. You have those floral hops, and it's more than just that cleaning, crisp bitterness at the end. There's also a sort of zest character to it. Absolutely cleans the palate, though. Perfectly clean palate. Now, what gets me about this is that it is so extreme for a Pilsner. You expect a certain, for a Czech style, of course, you expect a certain amount of gentle malt body, followed by a bracing crispness of hops and carbonation. And what you have here is, the body is kind of, boom, big. All honey, almost buttery, but not really butter flavored, just kind of creamy in the mouth aspect. And then, boom, to match that sort of amped up malt character, you have a really, really robust hit of those noble hops in that bitterness and floriness that pushes almost into what's almost like a New World hopping territory of that sort of citrus zest, but not really getting into like an India Pale Ale style. It's just really amped up traditional hopping. So, so while it's pretty much following how the palate guidelines should be, it is really taking it to the extreme. It is really pushing the envelope for what is a very traditional style, in my book at least. Because of that, extremeness in the malts and extremeness in the hopping to kind of balance it out and make it, have that sort of palate experience that you expect from a Pilsner, it's not as refreshing. While it's not thick on the mouth, it's definitely, the body is where it should be as a Pilsner because of the extremity of the malts, that sweetness being there, and then that bracing hops. It's not quite as refreshing as, a Pilsner traditionally should be, but it is very interesting. Well, this wouldn't be my first choice as a Pilsner on a hot summer's day or spring's day. It is very interesting, and I definitely would pick up a 6-pack of this just because it is so interesting in how it is taking the traditional understanding of a Czech Pilsner, i.e. present, maltiness as present, the sort of softness from soft water, and noble hops to clean the palate, and just, bumping up that maltiness, bumping up that hoppiness, using the same traditional, malts and hops that the style is known for, and just taking it into a new place. And I'm actually kind of impressed, and it, for something that kind of pushes the envelope like that, as I'm finding it pushes the envelope, I'm really quite enjoying it. Now let me make the caveat, this is still, decidedly a Pilsner style lager. No one's going to go and confuse it with something that is, hop forward. It is the Pilsner style. It's just an extreme example of it. An extreme example that I find interesting. Noble Pils, florum dignified. Definitely floral. Definitely dignified. Definitely interesting. Well, this box set is out there. Go out and try it. I'm going to try to upload this review sometime soon. So, I'm not, a lot of these things I say, go out and try it. It's still in the stores, and then I upload it like 5 months later, and it's no longer in the stores. Well, I'm going to try to get this one up sooner or later, and go out and try it. Duh. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Prost.